Alright, I'm gonna play some Baseball Simulator 1000. Super Baseball Simulator 1000. I'm not gonna start a franchise yet. I just wanna show a little gameplay first. Maybe do the regular league, and then maybe some of the Ultra League. So I'm gonna make sure I get this mix going well here between the mic and the game volume. Adjusting some settings here. Let's see how it sounds. Just do some behind the scenes stuff here, and then we'll go with the game. Sure my audio mix is correct. The last couple videos I put up, last couple of streams I did, the audio was way off. The game audio was too loud, so I'm trying to adjust that now. I think we're good. Alright. Let's get into it. Baseball Simulator, Super Baseball Simulator 1000 for the SNES. This game's got like a hardcore cult following. Plays a lot like those classic, was an actual NES game. Plays a lot like it. Just some improved graphics, a little, some things behind the scenes. I think they had a couple different stages. I never played this on the SNES. I didn't own an SNES till later in its life cycle. I was a Genesis guy. My friends had Super Nintendo. But and then when the Super Nintendo, when I finally got one, I only played pretty much Street Fighter and a couple Mario games. Well, let's jump into it. Exhibition Season Edit Mode. Well, that's what we're going to jump into eventually. It's when you can create your own team, get stats. I'm not sure about improving players. I'm not sure if it works the way Baseball Stars does, but I know you can go in here and there's 3 leagues. I think there's a 4th league actually also, which would be a league you make up when you get into the season mode. If I understand, the Atlantic League is pretty decent. The players are, you can see for yourself, pretty mid-range teams. Then the Northern League is the medium, I guess, level difficulty of teams, medium tier. That's where it's at, filter. And then the Ultra League was actually where you had the teams that had the superpowers. These were like the all-star teams. They weren't made up of these players, but the players on these teams have like insane stats. Like you can see, this guy's batting average. Gus is batting 750 with 63 home runs. Lane is 598 with 59 home runs. I do believe this game that does have stat tracking, so that's pretty neat. And the big thing about the Ultra League is that the players have superpowers. Well, power-ups. Pitchers and batters, and I'm not sure about fielders. Like I said, I'm trying to catch up on this by reading some of it on GameFAQs and playing a little bit offline. But the Ultra League is what we're going to try out now. Before I get into it, as far as making a season. That's about it. And you'll see what I mean once we get into the... we'll play some Ultra League. We'll do an exhibition game. Well, there is a season mode. Just show you a little bit. Like, you can choose how many games for the season. From what I understand, this game actually does have a playoff, which Baseball Stars 1 did not, which kind of, I forgot, and kind of ruined it for me a little bit there, that they don't have playoffs and stuff like that. But I think this game does have playoffs in the season, although I don't know if it has multiple years in the franchise. I think once the season's over, you just take that same team and carry it over. I don't think it carries over stats. I mean, this is an early game, even on the SNES, and I know that the Nintendo one actually had a lot of the same options. I think this is just a revamp as far as graphics. But let's do some exhibition. Do one player. We'll do a 9-inning game. Choose a couple Ultra League teams. So I guess I want to hit home runs. You know what? I'll be power, and we'll play the team with I guess this modified Greek flag here, whoever they are. See what changes we can make. Errors? Yes, of course, errors. Ultra Play is on. I guess that's levels of difficulty. Keep it standard for now. That's okay. Okay, now these are points here of how many times you can use your power-up. So each different power-up that a player has costs points. And these are the... I don't know what the name of it is. Like I said, I've only played this game a few times, but I'd say they're called Ultra Points, whatever. You can limit how many you get a game, or you can put no limit, so that pretty much then it just becomes some kind of weird, freaky thing. But we'll put a limit on it. We'll put it at least 300. Yeah, we'll keep it at 300. Just show you what's going on, kind of. Which kind of makes this game a little different. And let's see. Let's play in the town stadium. Why not? Man versus computer. Let's go. Let's see. This guy was... how are these stats working here? RL? Okay, I think R is for righties, L is for lefties. I guess the higher the number, the better you are. 30 is the stamina, right? And... I don't know what the F is. Huh. I would say fastball, but this guy's got a 13. He throws a 160-mile-per-hour fastball. This guy's a 15. He's 97. This guy's 11. He throws 100. So I'll look it up eventually. But I think it's kind of fun just to jump into these things and try to figure it out as you go along. You see the guy's face there. I know when there's different levels of face, meaning how well your guy does. And as you see while I'm scrolling through these guys here, those little symbols on the bottom are the different power-ups that your players have. And when you actually create a team, which this game does let you do, it lets you kind of go in and create a team by editing every facet of the team down to uniform, name, batting lefty or righty. There's different batting stances you can choose from. It's pretty neat. The S stands for starters, next to the name, and R is for relief pitchers. I guess these are my closers. This guy looks actually pretty good here. 10 stamina. Alright, so let's go with Noah. I guess he's our number one. You're my number one. These are our players. Rob, positions. Gus the catcher. Got 4 guys on the bench. Show up as pinch hitters, but I'm sure they play positions. I'm not sure this defensive rating. We're just gonna roll with it right now. And here we are. Play ball. Hope the mic mix is good this time. I guess I'm hitting. You can see the graphics are very, very simple. I mean, if you play the NES version, which I've played a little bit of, it's just basically an upgraded, a little bit cleaner. I think there's more stadiums, But as you can already see, like, one of my big peeves about these older games, I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, it fell off. I'm like taking half swings. I'm not used to coming in so slow. Safe. One of my pet peeves is different batting stances, which already you can see. Oh, this guy throws so slow. And as you can already say, there's already probably 3 or 4 different batting stances in the game. I'm taking these half-ass swings. I don't know what I'm doing here. Because I know they throw a lot harder than that. Basic old-school pitching mechanics. Pitch comes in. There's no height level except when you throw like a kind of splitter. Dive for the ball, as you can see there. But you're basically trying to hit the ball when it comes in and it moves either left or right. And the only... Look at these diving catches. The only... which harkens back to the old school is when you hear it, you'll hear it. I'll throw it now. That kind of change up. Some pitchers have a better version of that. Will actually dive in the dirt. So it's kind of cool cue that, you know, in those old games had that you'd hear a weird... what am I doing? Jeez. This guy's pitching so slow, I'm just not used to it. I think the game's trolling me. It's like a full swing already, jeez. Look at that. Rope one. First full swing filter. Going yard. Bang. That's a hit. There we go. The different stadiums actually have different dimensions, which is a nice, cool touch they added to this. I mean, if you go online now, there's actually guys out there that have... here comes one of those power-ups I was telling you. I don't know what kind of different pitch that is. I'm not even familiar with all of them. I just know some of them are a little freaky. And batters have them as well. There's one power-up where the ball will explode on whoever it hits. It's kind of crazy. I'll get into some of those as the game gets on. I'm not even paying attention here. But like I said, different stadiums, which I kind of dig, especially for the older games. But there's something... Oh, this guy just jacked me. Look at that. Oh, my Lord. These older games, these sprite-based games, there's something about hand-drawn animation and that still to this day, I don't think motion capture games kind of get right. You know, there's a charm to it. I mean, this is an older game. It plays strong. The actual game itself is strong. Very rarely when the ball's hit or something happens or you take a swing on a ball and you're off a little bit, you know why it's a foul ball, not a home run. Or if you give up a home run, you know why you gave up the home run. These older games have that kind of feel to it. And this is definitely an example of that. I'm going to turn this double play right here. Bang. Cool little touch, like even in these older games. If you just tap the A button... Uh-oh, here comes a special pitch. Now, that's not a glitch on your screen. That was that guy's special pitch, which made the pitch jump all over the screen like that. And here he goes again. Bang. Now, only the Ultra League has this, from what I understand. The other 2 leagues don't have it. It's a straight-up kind of arcade sim baseball. And I say sim because right now I'm playing with the Ultra teams, which are juiced-up teams. The lower teams, not all players hit like this. They don't feel this well. And, this game just brought a lot to the table. And I'm kind of upset I never played it when I had a Super Nintendo. I was more into the hardball and bases loaded games back